member of Yakuza was injured when he was hit by the ex-first lady.
I threw planters at Yakuza 3 times.
3つもぶつけたの。
She was Japan's most beautiful woman in
She
modern
removed
days.
all her teeth to entertain male
He
VIPs.
slashed the face of the millionaire Filipina socialite in a party hosted by...
Does whatever it takes to get what
She became the first lady from a bar hostess.
There is one thing Japanese people agree on. That is, this woman is the meanest woman in Japan. And she has no fear whatsoever against the police, politicians, even Yakuza or foreign government. This stunningly beautiful woman is called Lady Devi. You can call her a modern-day geisha, and her life is much more interesting than any of the international spies out there. February 6, 1940. Just 1 year before Japan's surprise attack on the US Navy base in Pearl Harbor, Hawaii, Devi was born in Tokyo, extremely poor between her mother Masako and her father Heiichiro, who worked as a carpenter. The family struggled to make ends meet, especially when the full-blown war broke out against US and Japan.
Now, below us, Tokyo. Tokyo, which the Jap High Command had boasted was outside the range of land-based...
Relentless bombing forced the family to move out of Tokyo and live in countryside. When the family returned to Tokyo, their neighborhood was burned to the ground, and the struggle continued. Although Devi managed to get a job at a prestigious insurance company, she still had to wait tables during lunchtime, after work, and over weekends to support her mother, father, and the brother. Most people would have given up their dream under such circumstances, but Devi was different. Despite her busy schedule, she continued to pursue her dream of being an actress, never missed dance classes, and even appeared in some movies as an extra. However, this was clearly not sustainable for young Devi. Her father passed away, and at that point she realized that something completely different was needed in her life. And she left her prestigious job at an insurance company to work in a high-end hostess bar called Copacabana. It was a secret hostess bar that caters to VIP from overseas. And that's where that fateful encounter takes place. Devi was set up with the then president of Indonesia, Sukarno, who was 35 years older than Devi herself. Devi took a big leap and flew to Indonesia to be Sukarno's mistress. This was disguised as an international diplomatic assignment. Devi was only 19 at that time.
There is no Indonesia without Sukarno. There is no Sukarno without Indonesia.
If there's one thing Devi knew well, that is in life you have to fight for what you want, and that's why her life is full of fights and controversies. In a few years after her move to Indonesia, she fought off many mistresses to be the third wife of Sukarno and his favorite at that. She is also rumored to have taken off all her teeth, not only to get that perfect Hollywood smile, but to efficiently please male VIP guests at night. It's kind of crazy what went on at that time. You can see that her smile is always perfect, and not a stain is to be seen on her teeth at any moment.
I thank you very much.
The meanest and the juiciest episode involves her arch-enemy, Mini Osmana. She is the granddaughter of ex-president of the Philippines. One evening in Aspen, Colorado, in a posh party where Ivana Trump and Barbra Streisand were also invited, Devi and Mini got into a heated argument. Mini called Devi a whore, and that was it. Given her background, Devi was extremely sensitive to that word. She became infuriated and uncontrollable. Devi took the champagne glass, smashed it against the table to make the edges sharp, and slashed the cheek of Mini, and the blood gushed out of Mini's cheek. Mini was immediately taken to the hospital. The ER doctor had to remove 2 inches long shard of glass from Mini's cheek and sew up this huge wound with 57 stitches. What's crazier is that she only got 90 days in prison for this, and during the incarceration, she was allowed to go out partying every night. But as always, the law doesn't apply equally to the rich and famous.
But what about love? How could tons of fame and money make you forget about love?
That being said, the rich and the powerful sometimes have to suffer. The protests in Indonesia against her husband's authoritarian regime became bigger and bigger by day. There was a military coup. Then the resistance came to the doorstep, and then Sukarno has to finally step down. Pregnant with her daughter Karina, Devi flew to Paris for her safety.
What do you intend to do in Paris?
Well, I want to see the hospitals.
A few years later, Sukarno passed away. Devi was only 26 then, and all she knew was to fight on using what she got. Still stunningly beautiful, she used that beauty to be famous within the Parisian socialite circle, and rumored to have had romance with many famous people like Ringo Starr from Beatles and Alain Delon, the French actor. Despite her numerous romance, she focused her energy on raising her daughter Karina. They seem to be in good terms, even to this day. But her life didn't end there. What I admire about her is that she never sets a limit to herself. At the age of 50, she went back to Japan to become a huge TV personality at the urge of her friend Kenichi Mikawa. In a country where people sugarcoat everything out of politeness, Devi's blunt and candid style was refreshing, sometimes disruptive to say the least. She's not afraid of President Putin or Yakuza.
No, this is just a bees. This is bees. No, this is bees.
Now, at the age of 83, Devi is still unstoppable, appearing in Japanese TV shows almost every week.
No, 25. You say your eyes say yes. 25. オープニングセレモニーがあまりに地味で質素でちょっと怒り爆発しましたね。165億円もかけてこれっぽっちっていう感じでした。
She also paints beautifully, having an exhibition from time to time, even in Haneda Airport. You might be able to see that. This so-called meanest woman in Japan has her own share of enemies, but she also shows aspects of human lives, and I find that very intriguing. Let me know what you think of it in the comment section below. I have more interesting video for you here, and subscribe because I'll be making tons of interesting videos. Arigato, sayonara!